So growing up, I loved singing and dancing and was really thankful to have a lot of success in it from an early age. My understanding of Jesus as I was growing up was that I just kind of always felt like he was my best friend. Some of my priorities started to change, starting with when I was first abused. When I was 12 years old by someone in my community. It put this gray cloud over my life that put me in this place of feeling so much guilt and shame and dealing with addiction, made me question why God would allow things like that when it affected me so strongly. I started to develop this inability to sing, and it felt like there was a tennis ball in my throat. My heart just was hardened towards singing, especially towards worship, because I just felt so alone, and I felt like I didn't have any freedom. And I was trying to compensate for all of that by working really hard. I got an opportunity to come back to California and buy a business here. I was planning on coming back temporarily. I started to see that my parents, who take care of my sister who has severe cerebral palsy, were really struggling and needed help. I just knew I was supposed to be here. I knew God was calling me here, but I also knew I needed to change. So as God's healing me, he ended up about a year into me being here at Mariners, calling me back to the worship team. I didn't feel worthy at all, and I was determined to serve in any other ministry, and I felt that God had closed that door in my life. Moved forward, I listened, and I was like, okay, God, we're going to join the worship team, but we're just going to be in the background. But then they asked me to be more a part than that, and I was very hesitant and just prayed, God, if you really want to use me, please make sure my heart is right. I don't want to do this for the wrong reasons. I had just gotten prayer over my voice, and for the first time in years, my voice was working the way that it had before all my abuse. And so the first week, I could sing again. And as I sang, I realized that the abuse was over and I could be free. And I couldn't be more grateful for God changing me and taking me from this person who had this dark heart that was hurting so much, that felt like I had no way out, to being in a place where I just have so much freedom and joy. And it's amazing.